Hey guys, I know it's been a while, but I am so grateful to be here and to do a message. A lot of stuff has happened. I don't know if I'm going to get through all of it, but I definitely want to take a moment and express my gratitude. Whatever you get from this reading, if it resonates with you, I am so grateful. Do not try to make it fit. The energies right now are very dominant in service and being there for others, which I think is absolutely phenomenal. Helping out humanity kind of thing. If you can't, do not feel bad if you are being taken care of. In the Bible, it always suggests not to help people because it could hurt the person that is taking care of you, or something like that. I don't know the exact. It's something to do with it doesn't benefit you. It may benefit the person who is taking care of you. That could be it. I'm not sure. I don't know. But it's always wise not to do that. Now, I have been experiencing a deep dissatisfaction. The Four of Cups have come out and presented itself. Some kind of discontentment, not satisfied with something. I'm not necessarily sure what this is coming from or where this is stemming, but it is complete dissatisfaction, thirsty dissatisfaction. I'm talking very, very thirsty, not satisfied. So whatever's going on with that, I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know what's going on, but it does talk about the Five of Cups here. So there may be a focus on something that is no longer even like the focus is on something that probably doesn't even exist anymore, maybe, or things have changed. So the focus, like you're thinking it's something like one way and it has changed probably 15 times since that has occurred. So it's so these new people are coming up and they're presenting, and there's a big dissatisfaction because it's not what you're looking for. It's not what you're hoping for. But with the Five of Cups, the best part about that is that behind him there's two cups, that are still full of water. So for whatever this dissatisfaction may be coming from these three empty cups. You're still thinking things are the way that they were or whatever. I'm not really sure why this dissatisfaction is happening, but it might be because you're concentrating on empty cups. You can't fill someone's cup from an empty cup, right? So then we have the Knight of Cups. This could be a offer. I'm not sure what kind of offer it would be. Most likely with the water and cups has to do with love. So there may be some kind of love offer or something like that. Now with this I'm not sure if this person is not satisfied with this offer. I mean, it could be a possibility. I'm not sure. I don't know, but there is a burden with this. I'm not sure if someone's carrying something. God says my burden is light, right? Now, what does that mean? Have you ever thought about that? My burden is light. Is it light? Like, as we, focus on the hermit light, is it a light or is it?
For your words, create your brand, your opportunity, your breakthrough.
Or is it that his burden is actually light in weight? Or is his burden... I need clarification on that. That's a question I've always been stumped on. Like, when God says my burden is light, like, what does that mean? Is it actual light like that illuminates from people? Or is it it's actually a light burden, like light as a feather, like the weight is light? Or is it that the burden is the light feather? Like, the stuff I think of. If anybody has clarification on that, I would love to know exactly what that means. I'm still stumped. It's the first time I've ever said it out loud, but it's always been rumbling in my head. So, little things I think about. But yeah, this burden, you know, I'm not sure if something has gone down, if something's too much for somebody, or if it, you know, it's not equal, or if it's too much for somebody. Something has to change here with this burden. With the 10 of Wands, it means something's over. This burden's done, right? There's no more burden. God's gonna fix this, right? Then we have the Queen of Cups here. And the Queen of Cups, she's a very loving, mature woman. She's very good with her emotions. She's very, she's the person that you would want to be in love with, really, right? Very emotionally mature. Absolutely. So, yeah, I think that's the focus. So I want to go more on this dissatisfaction here. What is this about? What is this dissatisfaction about? Something about the Six of Cups. Something about the past. Just like I said, like when you're focused on this Five of Cups, like you're focused on something that is no longer available, which could be something from the past, right? Like it's no longer the same. It's changed. I don't know. I want more on this. This is something that is definitely happening. Dissatisfaction. It's a thirsty dissatisfaction. Really, really, I mean, I'm talking just cannot quench the thirst. So dissatisfied. What is this about? Some kind of wish fulfillment. We got the Three of Cups, which is celebrating with others, right? And the Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. I think it's, I'm not sure, but this is independent energy. You know, I mean, this is complete independence. This is, you know, it's like you're celebrating your independence. Your wish fulfillment is here. Something from the past is not happy with that. What's going on? Why is that? I want to need, so what does this have to do with the Fool? The newness of this. The newness. This is a new thing. Yeah, the Knight of Wands. This might be a swift decision. Like someone's coming in with the Knight. They come in quick with this. You know? It's like making a decision. The Knight of Wands. You know, somebody might be upset with your decision on wanting to leave, possibly, because this would be an independent energy. Is, you know, I I want more of this. Yeah. Yeah, because we have the Three of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Two of Wands. Excuse me, I keep sneezing. Oh, I had to pause it because I was just sneezing. All right. So we have the Queen of Cups here and the King of Cups. So we have a match. He's looking out on the horizon. Wherever you go, girl, he's gonna follow you. You know, like, he loves you. You know, it's the truth. It may not be the form that you think, but that's who you're in love with. You're in love with someone who could be whoever they need to be, you know. That's who you love, you know. It's, you know, and God is also that as well, you know. Your love changes form. So, and that's what the King of Water is here with the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups, you know. Wherever you go, he's gonna follow you. He's right behind you. He is. He loves you so much, you know. Also, I've also heard, and this is for you know, women who have been married for quite a while and it feels like your husband's gone, you know, like he's there but he's not the same man. I want you to know, because I got this message actually a couple of weeks ago, and you know, there are men out there who are doing what they need to do for, I don't know why they have to do this, but when you can't be there with them, that message is so real, to let you know how much he loves you, and that just because he's not there with you, it does not mean that he doesn't love you and that he thinks about you all the time. I took this marriage course in college. I was a psych major, and at the time, and and this teacher, you know, talked about the statistics that most married couples who stay together, if they're having a hard time, you know, they can get through it in like 5 years, are very, very happy couples. So if you're having a hard time right now and you're struggling, just know that the person that you love is still, you know, it is doing what they need to do, but they will always, you know, it's sometimes just holding on. The statistics show for that 5 years or whatever's going on, just know that they love their wives, you know. And if there is any problems, pray, let God know, because in marriage you are united through God, so it's very important to pray, you know, and you know, talk to God and have faith, you know, give yourself some time, have faith that, you know, what's that song? We're dancing on the floor and then he goes away, but now he's coming back. God, what's that song? You know, so unfortunately, for whatever reason, when couples are separated because of life circumstances or whatever's happening, I'm not sure why they take the journey, but they do, right? The message is that he loves you so much, and to remain positive and have faith that you know that, and that your husband will return eventually whenever he's finished with his journey. You know, if you feel like you're in a relationship with a man that you don't even know anymore, just have faith that that man will come back to you, you know. pray, God, have my man come home again, you know, and try to stay as simple as you can. I think that's really important when it comes to love, because when we start wanting more and more and more out of life, sometimes we exchange our love for the things of the world instead of just staying simple and knowing that love is more important. You know, we do what we have to do. You know, we have to work, we have to do things, but with love we heal. You know, true love is a healing force. So, you know, so we can get through all that stuff that we have to do and know that God is with you through whatever. I read it in the Bible. God told Jacob, no matter where you go, you'll always be safe. I don't know exactly what the chapters were, but when I read that, it reminded me that no matter where I go, what I do, I'm gonna be safe. Because that's what he told Jacob. So thank God. Thank God for that. The frequency of healing supports our instinct ability to restore the health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. Compassion. The frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand by others without judgment and to be divine mentor between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that uncontrollable love can flow from source through the heart and into the world. And consciousness. A frequency of consciousness supports our ability to focus on our attention on all multi-dimensional aspects that show up so that we can include them in our reality. And the frequency of the crown chakra, the ultraviolet flower of life, supports our spiritual connection to the universe and our ability to transmute negative energy into light. So, there you go. This dissatisfaction, you know, you are transmuting it into light. You know, I'm tired. This dissatisfaction comes strong. It's just, I mean, so thirsty. Like, you cannot quench it. No matter how much water you can drink in a day, it's still not quenching it. That's how dissatisfied this situation could possibly be. So I don't know what it is, but I will tell you it is making me thirsty. So whoever that's for, I hope that you're doing well. I hope that we can figure out a solution to this and or release whatever needs to be released, or, you know, have God fix whatever needs to be fixed. And I pray this in Jesus' name. Amen. I hope you guys are all doing well. If this has helped anybody, I am so grateful. And until the next time we see each other, we'll talk then. Have a nice day, guys. Bye.